Hey, welcome everybody back to another beautiful episode of Discs and Chips. Uh, I'm your host, Fred, and to my left, as always, our co-host.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kendall here. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's been having a fantastic couple of weeks. We've got a few new articles to go over
Yes, sir.
for
Yes,
some
sir.
news.
So, Kendall, since it's been a couple weeks, we've all been kind of busy back and forth with a few different things. What have you been up to?
Just chilling, playing some Elden Ring, played a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of Tiny Tina's
Ooh,
Wonderlands.
okay, okay.
That just came out. Went and saw a comedy show last night, so
You also went. Let's not forget. You went and watched Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
well, yep. And also went and watched the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie in theaters,
How was
which
how?
was great.
Yeah, how was the experience in the theaters?
Oh, it was great. Um, Honestly, it's like I would highly recommend the movie for people who've both seen the series and even haven't seen the series and are looking to get into it because apparently the movie is more like a prequel than it is like a continuation of the anime season.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like I guess that's why they called it Zero. Go figure. But it goes deeper into the backstory of some of the characters that they introduced in the first season, and plus introduces a new character that we haven't seen in the season yet, but I believe they've referenced.
Hmm,
So,
that's cool.
but it was great. Action was great. The comedy of it was great. The story of it was even better.
Do you have any
Uh,
cosplayers at the theater?
no, that I did
Really?
not.
Huh? I would have assumed that a few people would have gotten dressed up to go watch the movie. Did you yourself take any anime flair, I guess, with you, like a shirt or something?
Um, I don't remember if I was wearing an anime shirt that night or not. I think I was.
Represent a little bit.
I know I took my Yu Yu Hakusho hoodie.
Where'd you get the Yu Yu Hakusho hoodie at, Kendall?
Walmart.
Hell yeah, I got that one too. I was just checking. I was like, wait a minute, is he talking about the Walmart one? You know, Walmart has a Jujutsu Kaisen shirt right now.
Do they?
That's what I
Son of a
heard.
bitch.
That's
I
what I
just
heard
bought
recently.
$200 worth of shirts, and now I'm gonna have to buy another one.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Um, but yeah, I myself have been up to. Oh, I fixed the window regulator on the Focus, so now my window goes up and down. I replaced the trunk motor to find out that there is another problem. The trunk motor was messed up, but then I found out that there's another problem that now I have to go and find out where it is. So, electrical problems on a car. Woo woo. Then I also bought a half inch Milwaukee stubby impact, which I've always wanted, and I also got a ratchet. They're a Milwaukee 3/8 ratchet, the electric
Mm-hmm.
one. It's so dope to have. It's gonna help out because I'm already planning on the stuff that needs to be changed out on the Integra, and I'm getting lazier and older, and these tools help out a lot more than brute strength. Is what I'm saying.
Oh shit!
What happened? You looked up the shirt?
Nah, I found a
Oh,
badass hoodie.
there you go.
Come on. Alright, look. I'll send you this real quick.
Go for it. But yeah, no, I've been up to that. Hanging out with the family a little bit more, uh, and enjoying some stuff.
But it's out of stock. Fuck.
Well, hopefully it comes back in stock. But yeah, I
Alright.
mean, a lot of this has been scheduling because of work that we've had to, uh, I guess, delay our. Oh, that's a really tight sweater. To delay kind of this podcast because we kind of work around
Yep.
our fun times,
Schedules
but the
are
work
IRL
schedule, yeah,
shit.
the work schedules are what makes it tough because those we can't work around. Those when we have to work, we work. But all right, Kendall, I guess let's go on with some news. So we were just talking about this before, right? I want to say last week, maybe this week, they announced The Witcher, right, with just a picture of the necklace, and we were all thinking like, oh, maybe it's going to be like Anubis or it's going to be something. But you say that they came out with an update to what the school was, right?
Yep, apparently, well, even though, in my opinion, the mask looks like a jackal, I guess
Right?
according to CDP.
See,
CDPR or CD Project Red. It's a link, so it's going to be the School of the Lynx, which I guess is going to be an offshoot of the School of the Cat. Which, if you
oh,
played The Witcher 3, you
yeah,
can get, you know,
the whole outfit.
the School of the Cat armor and
Yeah.
everything, and it was more like an assassin type school.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe School of the Lynx is going to be something like that, or maybe it's going to be like a parental organization over,
Yeah.
School of the Cat, or maybe it's going to be, a side organization. Don't know yet. Everything right now is speculation, but we don't know when it's going to be coming out because it was just a teaser release, being like, "Hey, we're working on it. It's coming, and it's going to be an Unreal Engine 5." And they've made a deal with Epic Games in order to, you know, I guess make it better
Mm-hmm.
or make it happen. So don't know if it's just going to be on PC. More than likely not. It's going to probably also release on Xbox and PS5 and stuff like
Look,
that.
I'll be honest. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to playing another Witcher game.
Oh, so am I.
I mean,
I mean, I absolutely love Witcher 3.
oh yeah, and
Actually,
then
went.
I think it's cool to expand the lore of the other schools and stuff like that, like to play them. Uh, I'm just a little sad that it's not gonna be Geralt anymore because I know his story ends there, but I really like the character.
I mean, it's not like. Oh well, I mean, I guess it depends on like where
Yeah, what time
around
or what? Yeah,
the everything's going to be taking place. But it could be possible that, hey, maybe we run into Geralt for like a side quest as like a little fun
yeah.
Easter egg, or maybe he's going to be like a part of the story where like he takes over the school of the wolf and everything like
Oh,
that. And maybe he brings it back, maybe not. Maybe he just keeps it with
yeah.
as small as possible as where it was, and you guys meet up to like hunt a monster or whatever, or whatever big bad ends up being part of the story. So we'll just have to wait and see how everything goes down.
I mean, the
But
way,
it'd be great to see like all the old
yeah.
characters like Trish and Yennefer and Ciri and Geralt, and
I mean,
depending on your choices.
yeah. I mean, even if they do like a little cameo, a little talk or something, it'd be nice to hear about them. Maybe they're legendary now or something. There's a little legend about them. But I mean, at the same time, I think it is cool that you're gonna get brand new characters, a new story. You're gonna get new stuff. Change it up a little bit is also cool.
Now, see, the thing is since technically it's going to be a whole new characters
Yeah.
and a whole new school, would you rather they have a set protagonist that you can't change, but you can like make like voice decisions like you did with Witcher 3, like, whether
Yeah.
to save people, whether to kill people, stuff like that? Or would
Hmm.
you prefer it to be full on custom, like you can make your own Witcher character, make them look however you like, change
So,
their voices and everything like
so
that?
what you're trying to say is like, kind of go like the Skyrim route where, like, you're always a dragonborn, right? But you get to be your own character, pick your own stuff. Is that
Yeah.
what I think that's a tough one because it would be
Because
that.
it's like some games have done this very well. Like there's a set story, you can create how your character
Yeah,
looks and everything like that. Like Mass Effect, for example, and you can choose male or female shepherd. You can
yeah,
make them look however you want and everything. You can change their starting stats or class or
yeah.
whatever, what weapons they specialize in. But it's still the same story. You
Right,
still get the same choices,
right.
and it's done really well. But then again, there are other games
That are done
where
really bad.
like that do it badly, and then sometimes it would have been better with a set protagonist
Right.
and everything. So I guess it depends on how well they execute it. But
Yeah.
what exactly would it be that you prefer? Would you prefer to make your own, or would you rather have
See,
someone
and
set?
that makes it so tough, right? Because I like I said, I played like you said, like your Mass Effects, right? Your Skyrim, your Fallout. You kind of have a set story that you're gonna follow, right? You're gonna hit those. Everybody hits those points with the NPCs that you need to do the storyline, but at the same time, you can still kind of do your own thing and run around, and you're your own character. Those are really fun, right? But I don't know, maybe they did so well with The Witcher that I don't know. Maybe I'd want to. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Maybe I want them to give me if they can give me a good protagonist like they did with Geralt. I would say sure, go that route. But if it's gonna be anything worse than that, just let me be my own self.
All right, fair enough take.
I mean, just because it's tough to say because the Witcher series the with Geralt was a really good story, and you really liked the characters, and I was cool being him,
Yeah,
and it was cool, it was just it worked. Yeah, you could change it for this one, but I don't know if I would end up missing it. Like it's weird, just because you're so used to the other ones that I'm like I don't know how I would feel about it. Would it be
yeah.
cool to have like a standalone game where you're your own? Maybe you're like the School of the Wolf or something instead of just being the Witcher. Maybe you can pick like oh, you know how they're gonna make the new Harry Potter game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Did you
Yeah, I
where
watched the state of play on it.
okay, yeah. So we'll transition from this to the Harry Potter right after this then, but yeah, you get to pick your own Witcher school. Maybe you get to be your own Witcher, and then you can go on adventures. That would be kind of cool. you know, because that's I mean, since we're there, that's the kind of state of play of the new Hogwarts. What do you think of that one?
You know what? I haven't done anything with Harry Potter in years,
Yeah.
especially, because finished the movies, finished the
Wait
books.
a
I
minute. Are
never,
you telling me you never played the Lego games? Wow.
no, never played any of the
Wow.
Lego games. I haven't played any of the Lego Batmans or Lego Supermans or Lego Marvel or Lego Star Wars or
I
anything.
think I played the Lego Marvel because it was free on the PS4 or something. You know how they give you for like the free play monthly games or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say one of them was there, and I jumped on it to play it.
So,
But
yeah. Anyway, haven't played any of the Lego games. So,
yeah,
game wise, for Harry Potter, I don't think I've played any of the Harry Potter games.
I haven't played any of those either.
But that could change with Hogwarts Legacy because
Hell
it
yeah,
it,
dude.
it was kind of like every Potter fan's dream.
Yeah.
Basically, you get to make your own witch or wizard.
All right.
You go to Hogwarts. You
Yes.
get sorted into a random house, which I don't know how they're gonna end up choosing it.
I don't
Maybe
know how
they'll.
that works. I want to pick my own house. Am I gonna have to save and keep
I
like?
mean, I mean, maybe they'll like let you pick your own house, or maybe there'll be like a choose for me button kind of thing.
It's gonna be like
Just
Pokemon
to
where
see
you
what
have
you get
to.
sorted into.
It's gonna have to be like Pokemon where you save right before you get sorted. So that way, every time you get sorted, you can just turn it off and turn it on. Go back to your save till you get the house you want.
Yeah, basically.
Trying to look for that shiny Pokemon.
Shiny starter.
Yeah. No, because
But
I got excited, dude. It looks solid, right?
mm-hmm.
I mean, and then you're gonna be throwing spells out. Look, if they could let me pick my wand or they let me design my wand, I think that'd be tight too.
I mean, you're already going to be spending like
I want
forever on the
I want
character
my
creator, and
I
then
want my
like
shit to look like a lightning bolt.
the more that they add, the longer it's going to take for you
I
to even start your journey.
I was I
Because it's
was
like you can customize your wand, customize your outfit based on your house or whatever, customize your broom,
dude.
customize your room.
I want to be able to pick my Patronus. I want it to be a race car. I don't think that's how it works, but that's what I want.
It's like you're gonna expect a Patronum, a fucking '88 Honda Integra is gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna.
I'm gonna be like monster truck baby, brrr, all over the thing. I'm gonna be like, yeah, what's up? My Patronus gonna be that what is it? That Mini Cooper that they drive or whatever it is.
Nah, it's gonna be an '88 Integra.
I'm gonna murder people in a car. You'll be like, oh, yours is a deer. I go, I got a Ram 1500 with those batch bars in the front. Take out your Patronus. Either that or you know what?
Yeah.
I wonder if your choices that you make is if it's gonna make you a good wizard or like an evil wizard.
Well, I said in the state of play that you can, you could do that technically.
Yeah, because I'm gonna
You
Avada
could, you,
Kedavra
you could go,
everybody.
you could go down the dark path.
I'm gonna so murder everybody, dude. I hope is this open world? I hope it's open world with people. I mean, like what was it? Those uh you know what I hope? You play solo, right? But then later on with time they open up like a GTA online, but it's Hogwarts, so I can just go around like killing people.
I mean, you say that now until you hop in, and then everyone
Killing me,
figures out the cheesiest way to kill people.
dude.
Either,
It's gonna be tight,
game breaking bugs like in Elden Ring or whatever, people using that, insta death blight,
dude. That's what
fucking
I.
cheat. And now it's like invisible magic spells and shit.
Hey,
So,
that's how it's gonna be. Everybody's gonna be have that invisible cloak running around trying to stab each other with wands.
yeah, I mean, hey,
It's
it could be
exciting.
very possible. And then, of course, you have the room of requirements, which, where you go and upgrade all your
Yeah.
stuff and everything you can harvest and, plant seeds for potions and everything like that. And apparently you can even customize, like, your own, like, little private space.
It's so tight. Like it looks. I'm excited because it looks promising, but I'm also like weary because sometimes they
Because,
promise.
especially, like, recently, a lot of
Yeah.
games overpromise and then
Yes.
underdeliver.
Exactly, and
So,
that's the thing that like I saw what they're telling me that they're gonna want to do. Now I just hope they can do what they said, and not
yeah.
be like, oh well, it was gonna take too much time to let you customize your room, so we let you put up this
See, but
Justin
the thing
Timberlake
is
poster
Hogwarts Legacy has been in, like, development for
forever,
a
right?
really long time. So, and like, I don't know if how many people remember this, but I think it was a few years ago where one of the developers, Troy Leviott, there was like some drama that was going around.
About the game.
Yeah. Okay, so it happened last year. Uh, Basically, there before he started working on this game or whatever. I don't know if you remember the whole thing with what was it, Anita Sarkeesian, and the whole like GamerGate
Oh yeah,
controversy
yeah,
thing or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. That
Well,
was a while back.
yeah, that was a while back, and he made YouTube videos at the time or whatever, like reacting to like the whole thing and like talking about how people were saying this and people were doing that or
Yeah,
whatever, and reacting to it basically, like giving his own personal opinion on like the whole situation of everything that was going on. Well, apparently, while he was sitting here working, because a few years later
yeah.
now, because that was like ages ago. Last year he was on the development team for Hogwarts Legacy, and then ended up leaving it because of those YouTube videos and people harassing him over it.
Mm, that's crazy. I don't know, man. I just know I don't like to pre-order games that much anymore, right? But this is one of those games that I might give a chance for a pre-order. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to, but I might. Hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still plenty of time to like make a decision because it's not lent supposed
Yeah,
to be
it's not
coming back until like what, late 2022.
something like that. Yeah, no, I'm just hoping it's good. Like I don't want to. I remember the last time I was really excited for a game like this was like Cyberpunk, and it made my PlayStation crash. Talking about PlayStation's crashing, hey yo, PlayStation, just a tip. How about we start making more PS5s? Because I'm still trying to look for one. Thanks. Just from a normal dude to Sony execs. Let's make some more PS5s, please. You know what they have been making though? More PS4 controllers. So I just bought a new one.
Oh, have they? No, you better snag those up because apparently people are like losing PS4 controllers left and right, and those sets are breaking, and no one has them. At least over in like New Zealand and
Oh, yeah, no,
Australia for some reason,
because I want to
and the
say
UK.
Target has a bunch of them. Best Buy out here has a bunch. Like they just started coming back. I guess. Well, I remember a while back. I believe we talked about it that they said they were going to make more PS4s and more stuff for it. Because now
Well,
that the
yeah, they were
PS5.
gonna make more PS4s or
Yeah,
whatever because they couldn't get enough chips to make
yeah. So
PS5s and everything.
so
So,
that's why
but
the
it's
remotes
like,
are starting to show up again. So I snagged one already. I was like, because I have one right now that when I aim, I have to aim all the way to the right because the thing actually is all the way to the left. You know what I'm talking about? That Joy-Con drift, baby. So I got really good at
luckily,
aiming funny. So now it's gonna be once I pull out that new remote, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, is this how it is to aim normal? So
but it's like, luckily for me, none of my 4 PS5 controllers are not drifting. So
I'm
why
sorry.
do I have 4? Because one, I had 2 from the original launch.
Right.
You know, the one that
The
came
white
with
ones.
it, plus 1 extra,
Uh huh.
and then I bought 2 of the colors,
Ooh,
the
which
blue
colors did
one
you
and the
get?
purple one.
Fuck. Ah, so lucky, dude. I looked over at the aisle where the colors were for the PS4 remotes, and it's like camo, and it was white and whatever, and I was like, that's cool. And then I looked to my right, and right next to it were all the PS5 colors, and it's like a nice like purple and a nice like it was like a hot pink almost or something. Dude, the PS5 remote colors are fucking tight.
Yep, they're just simple at the moment. They don't have
Yeah,
any like crazy pattern designs or whatever.
but
But you know, you
they're
got your blue,
nice.
you got white, you got purple, you got black, you got red, and pink.
I
At the
think
moment,
I think they're way nicer than the PS4 remotes. Um,
so
hey
and
Kendall,
they have a nice matte finish, so they're nice and slick.
I know they're cool. Hey Kendall, do you have a Netflix account?
No, not anymore. I canceled that shit a while ago because they kept raising the prices on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Uh huh.
I'm like, I hardly ever use Netflix right now because they haven't come out with anything. I already watched My Witcher, and now I have other stuff like I don't
Yeah.
know if you've got Paramount Plus. Like, oh yeah. Also, just quick
Uh,
side insert. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, check your perks. You got a free 30-day subscription to Paramount Plus, so you can go and watch the new Halo TV show that just came out.
do you is the whole series out or is it like week by week for the Halo?
Actually, I didn't check. I only, set up the account to make sure it was working. But
Right, right, right.
let me log
Okay,
in, and I'll get back to you
check
on that
check
one.
that while I talk to you about this. So you know how you used to share a password for Netflix with people. I think that hell they even encouraged it. I want to say back in the day. Well, now they're gonna start charging people like $2.99 when you have a different account. They're not doing it here in the U.S. yet, but they're starting in other countries to be like, hey, it doesn't look like this is from the same family group. You're sharing it off to a weird person. If you want to keep doing that, it's $2.99. And I'm like, I am not here for that.
Yeah.
Especially when family groups will end up getting like, look, whether the companies think it's right or wrong, let's be real, it's fucking expensive to get a bunch of streaming services. So sometimes family members will buy different streaming services and share their passwords with each other. Do they all live in the
Mm-hmm.
same house? No,
No.
but they all share them. So one guy will get Netflix, one other person might get Hulu, another person might get their Paramount Plus or whatever. Someone else gets Disney. Everybody shares the code and everybody gets to watch stuff. And I think that's pretty fair. Now, obviously, these companies don't. That's their prerogative. I'm just saying this is bullshit.
Yep. So, I mean, the only thing you can really do is one, complain about it on social media
Yeah,
like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to post it on. And not only that, but on top of that, vote with your wallet.
yeah.
Don't give them any money. Cancel your shit, and usually they'll have a reason. Oh, hey, why are you canceling? Are you not using it? Blah blah.
Because you suck.
And then you can go to other. You can put because you greedy motherfuckers keep trying to nickel and dime people, and I'm not going to fucking sit here and support
Yeah.
that kind of a business model.
Because look,
Or
it's
it
getting,
could just be like too expensive,
dude.
or
You're right. No, because you know what? It's starting to get to the point where it's almost like buying cable again and getting
yeah,
packages.
it pretty much is. That's literally all it is. Except instead of everything being in one place, which was like the whole reason people were cutting cable in the first
Yeah, because it was
place
expensive.
and switching over to Netflix or Hulu or whatever, is because they could get all their shit in one place and
Yes.
could spend like only $10 a month,
Yeah.
being able to watch whatever the fuck they wanted or whatever for that $10 a month.
Yep.
Except now it's like,
20.
okay, well, everything that used to be on Netflix, like Marvel and HBO movies, well,
Yeah.
Disney started their own streaming service, so now all the Marvel movies are over on Disney's
Yeah.
streaming service. So if you want to watch Marvel shit, then you have to go get Disney Plus. And plus, now you got Star Wars, all the stuff that Disney owns, all the Disney movies like Pixar, and then Star Wars and Marvel, and so on and so forth, and whatever else they end up buying because they have fuck tons of money.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have HBO that has all of their shit, with the Game of Thrones and,
Yep.
whatever Vampire True Blood or whatever the fuck it's called,
Yeah.
and plus other things. And then you have Crunchyroll. At least in the anime sphere, everything's coming together.
Well,
Because
I heard.
first you had Crunchyroll, then you had Funimation or whatever,
Well, don't
and then
forget
all of a
about
sudden VR,
what is that? H Dive also, isn't that another company?
and then High Dive,
There you go, High
all
Dive.
that, and then basically you get all of that in VRV now for like one monthly subscription. So you can get you get your Crunchyroll, you get your High Dive, you get your Funimation, and then you get some smaller stuff, all for one lower price. Whereas it seems like the streaming services that started it all is going in different directions,
Yeah,
going complete opposite. They're all splitting up. So now you got fucking Hulu, you got HBO Plus, you got YouTube Premium, you got Paramount
yeah.
Plus, you got whatever.
Discovery Plus, but now Discovery Plus is merging with HBO Max, or I mean, Discovery and Warner Brothers are merging, so they're gonna end up becoming one. I don't know if all you guys heard about it, but yeah, but Discovery Plus and Warner Brothers, the media side, they're merging because AT and
Mm-hmm.
T got rid of them. Uh, so they're gonna become one company. So now, if you had Discovery Plus or you had HBO Max, they're gonna end up becoming one thing. So that's a thing coming up.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, at least there's that.
did you hear that Amazon bought MGM Studios?
No, I did not.
You want to know for how
That
much?
2 billion.
Uh, what do you think? It's a discount?
10 billion?
Okay, you're a little high. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down one.
9 billion.
Yes, sir. $9 billion.
Damn.
$9 billion. So now it's going to become, from what I'm reading in this article, because IGN had an article on it, MGM, it will now become part of Amazon, and it's going to give them 4,000 films and 17,000 TV episodes of their MGM series. Exactly what's coming, I'm not 100% sure, but I know for sure MGM, I believe, has James Bond. So, Amazon now owns James Bond. How about them apples, dude?
Oh,
So I think this is another thing, just like Disney getting Fox, Amazon is getting MGM because it's going to help them make their shows. Because now they all, now they're all streaming services. They're like the TV shows, so they're all trying to um, become
oh
better
yeah.
movie
So
studios.
James Bond, Rocky Balboa.
Oh wow!
Let's see, Thelma and Louise.
Oh wow! Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of big things.
So, alrighty then.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
So even going on now. Apparently, we completely glossed over Amazon on the streaming services before. How? Probably because most people don't really use Prime Video
Well,
as much. They just get like the whole Prime package.
yeah. Let's be
You
let's
know,
be honest. When you get most people buy Amazon Prime for the
for
shipping. That's
the
what, yeah.
yeah, for their fucking shipping, because getting that 1-2 day shipping or whatever and not having to pay money for it, except for like what, $150
Dude, do you
at the
know?
beginning of the
Oh
year.
yeah, yeah. No, it's 130 maybe, depending on when you renew it. I think, or 120, some shit like that. If you do month to month, it's more expensive. I think if you do a whole thing, because it just went up recently. We talked about it. I think it's like 130 now for a whole year if you pay it up front. But the
Yeah,
thing,
139 for a year.
okay, there you go. Yeah, when you pay it up front. If you do month to month, it's a little bit more pricier than that. But here's my thing, right? Which everybody should take advantage of, because if you have it, you have it. You got
Yeah,
Prime Video, right? Which isn't just their video. I mean, like their own production stuff. They also have like, I mean, if you got kids, they've got like Bubble Guppies and Umizoomi and a bunch of other kid shows which were on from Nickelodeon. Uh,
yeah,
they've got movies sometimes. I mean, they vary because they kind of come and go. But sometimes you can see, like, I don't know, like Megamind was one of them. I'm only naming some kid ones because my kids watch them. But yeah, dude, it varies. Sometimes they'll have regular movies, sometimes they don't. They kind of just like anybody else, like Netflix. For a while they have the rights to it, and then they go away. But if you go through it, you can actually click where you put like, what are my Prime movies, and they got a long list. I mean, you can watch
yeah.
movies for free. Then
Not
they
only that,
also,
but then you also have a shit ton of shows or whatever, like a
right?
bunch of shows that I like. Did you ever used to watch Top Gear?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they
and
got
then because they have the Grand Tour,
right.
that they took over because for whatever reason BBC UK ended up canceling Top Gear,
Yeah,
something with Jeremy Clarkson. I forget the whole drama, but
yeah. Well,
but then
they also have some
Amazon picked them
anime.
up,
They also have
and
some
then
anime. Not
then they also have some anime,
I'm old
mostly
ones.
old stuff. I don't know if they have like any of like the new shit because
I don't
obviously
think so.
Funimation,
Yeah,
Crunchyroll,
I don't think so.
and
But they do have a lot of the old
HBO.
stuff. You're right. They do have a lot of the old stuff. A lot of the classics that you sometimes want to go back and watch. They have them, and it's nice. But I'm just saying this is an extra perk that you got. Then you have Amazon Prime Music, and I'll be honest, I actually use that. I don't have a Spotify account. I only have the free Spotify, and then I use Prime Music because I mean it's all included. I'm already paying for it. Like, why the hell do I not want to use it?
Yeah,
Whether Spotify is great or not, like, don't get me wrong, I'll just use a free on Spotify, and then I'll just use Amazon Prime Music. I mean, fuck it. You already paid for it for the 130. You already have it there. I mean, what's the big difference? But I would say, yeah, you guys, there's a lot of stuff there that a lot of people don't tend to forget and tend not to use. But now, I don't know. I mean, now that they acquisitioning MGM, who knows, man? Maybe we might be talking more about Amazon Prime. Have you watched their show? It's like the Wheel of Time or something like that. It's like I think it's called the Wheel of Time. It's like about magic and it's like old timey, dude. It is so good. I saw the season. I loved it.
nope, I haven't seen that.
Oh, dude, you gotta you have to. I think it's called the Wheel of Time. I'm not
Yeah, the latest show I actually just watched was Tokyo Revengers on HBO Max.
the anime.
I don't know if yeah, the anime.
Is it good? I was reading the manga a while back, but that
Oh
was
yeah, it's pretty good. Although, it's one of those animes where like the main character sometimes gets extremely infuriating
yeah.
because he's a chicken shit,
Mm, that makes sense.
and especially since it is dealing with like delinquents in Japan kind of story.
Yeah, because don't
And
they like time travel or something like that? If I remember correctly, I don't. I forgot.
yep, the main character time travels from his 26-year-old self back to his delinquent child self or whatever and attempts to change things in order to save a friend of his that died. Or love interest, I guess you could say.
There you go. That's what it was. Yeah, I remember reading. I didn't read the whole thing, but I did remember reading it for a little while, and then I kind of like popped out. Uh, it's it's a good one. I think I gotta go back. Just like, ooh, you know what I did read? This is on a tangent. Everybody follow us because of the anime. Stay for the no, come for the tech news. Stay for the anime talk. Um, I finished. Did I tell you? I don't know if I remember if I said this. I finished Fire Force because I want to say I was trying to finish Fire Force, but I finally finished it. Completely makes sense why it goes into Soul Eater.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I know it's an old anime and the manga's old, but let me tell you, completely makes sense, and it was perfect. I loved it. Starts off kind of slow, but towards the end, it's a full speeding train to your heart. If you like Soul
Is
Eater,
it?
I did. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I've actually thought about going back to read Soul Eater just to see if it makes sense from this other side. Because Soul Eater came out first, and then we went then Fire Force. But I'm like, oh, I wonder if I'll notice stuff from one to the other, you know. But yeah, it's a solid it's a solid watch. Hey, Kendall, did you ever watch this news really came to my heart. So Netflix is doing a Adams Family TV show, right? But like it's a Wednesday TV show, like Wednesday Adams.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Do you remember watching the movies back in the day?
Yeah.
All right. You remember Wednesday Adams, right?
hmm
It was Christina Ricci, right?
I don't remember who the actress was because that was back when I was like super young.
All
I
right.
didn't really care about
Let, let me let,
actors and actresses' names back then.
let me tell you. All right. There was a young Mexican boy, right?
hmm
Whose family came over to the U.S. you know, to start a new life. They had a son, and he was a young Mexican guy. He watched Casper the Friendly Ghost and was like, "Wow, that girl, she's beautiful. I wonder who she is." And then he sees her in Addams Family, and he goes, "Wow, this young girl, because he's also young. Remember at this time, so oh my God, she's amazing. Who is she?" And then he also sees her in other movies as he gets older and goes, uh, "My one lost love, Christina Ricci, is what I'm saying." And that young boy is me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think she's hot. So I'm just going with she's
Oh,
coming.
I thought you were like she
No,
died, and
hell,
I'm like,
oh hell no! Don't come at me with that. No, what it is she's coming back to the show, which is I think it's pretty cool, right?
what? Is she gonna be the mom now?
You know what? I don't know. They haven't said who she is, and that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, it's kind of cool because she used to be Wednesday Addams, so now
Hmm.
she's gonna come back, but she was Wednesday Addams in the movies, not the old Addams Family TV show, but in the movies.
Yeah.
So I watched both of them. I love those movies. So it makes me wonder who she's gonna be when she comes out in the show. Like, will they bring her back like in a cameo thing, or is she gonna be like a full fledged character? Like, so I'm excited. It's nice to see her back with that franchise. So
Hmm.
we'll see what happens. I just wanted to throw that out there. That was just my little tidbit of like, oh, I'm excited news. Here's another one.
Okay.
Here's another
Oh,
one.
wait, wait.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go. What were you gonna say?
All right, so I was just gonna go back
Yes.
because I confirmed it. The Paramount Plus or whatever, it's on a episode release basis. So looks like gonna be one episode a week because there's still only
Yeah.
one episode on
Okay.
there. So I
You
mean, but
30.
I think the Xbox Pass thing.
Let you
When
get
does it
Paramount.
expire? It expires like at the end of this month, I
So you'll
believe.
get a few episodes in before it's over.
Yeah. So you can sit there and do it because it gives you 30 days
Yes.
for free. But when does this expire? Oh, okay, never mind. You have until 5/23/2022. So you have until May 23rd to redeem it.
Oh, okay. So you got like 3 months right now to redeem it. All right, that's not bad.
For 2 months.
That's what I meant. 2 months. Not that bad. Oh yeah, you're right because we're almost in April, huh? That's not bad at all. Maybe wait a little bit, redeem it, or redeem it right away and watch some other stuff because they probably have other shows. But no, I was gonna say
So, either way.
with exciting news, Fortnite has no building in it right now.
I saw that. I heard that. I asked you. I confirmed it. Now I might have to actually go back and try it because that was the one thing that was keeping me from playing it before.
Now,
Was the whole building because I don't like the
oh
whole
yeah,
building gimmick or
it's
whatever in Battle Royale.
it's cool. They
So
let you run now, so you get like a little small sprint. Like it's not a full like I sprint the whole time. Like it's a quick sprint, and
mm,
then it also lets you hop buildings a little bit, like to climb up. Because before you used to like, you know what I mean. You had to stairs all the way, so they have to give you some kind of mechanic to get up to spots. But
yeah,
not too bad. I like it. I enjoy it without the thing. Now, rumor has it, right? Because this is rumor that there might be two game modes. One for people that really like buildings, so you can go and play building, and one without the buildings. So you can, kind of go back and forth if you feel like it or not. I'm kind of enjoying it without the building. I think the building is a cool mechanic, right in the beginning. I think it got overused and it's way too overcomplicated now to play it. I think it's tight to be able to shoot. Now, do I miss being able to build walls on occasion? Sure, because you get shot in the back, but who cares? It's just better that way, in my opinion. My opinion. But I just want to put that. Oh, and they got Doctor Strange right now, so if you get the Battle Pass and you get reach level 100, you get Doctor Strange. So, you know.
but you have to reach level 100, and that's a lot of playing. Like I don't
But listen,
I don't.
Kendall,
For me, battle passes aren't worth it because it's like I don't normally
bro,
play them all that much.
listen. You can buy your way through the Battle Pass.
Yeah, I'm not fucking doing that. No,
Oh, I'm
but
just
I'm
saying.
just saying.
Hey, it's. Oh, you can buy Mary Jane too right now. If you were into Spider-Man and you wanted a Mary Jane, you can do that. You know,
Mm.
just saying. And then what we're gonna do? Oh yeah. You can do that. I mean, look, I know Fortnite isn't like the game that everybody wants to play, but I think it's a solid game. So I just say, have fun. You, tell me where you can be Wolverine and then fight somebody else who's I don't know what other what else?
Actually, Elden Ring, because there are people who have been doing like
Oh,
lookalikes for
dude,
like builds
I saw somebody
between.
do a Bleach one.
Yeah,
They were Ichigo. I was like, that is fucking sick.
yeah. Someone else said Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins,
Ooh,
whatever. Like the super powerful
hey,
golden lion dude,
hey,
sun dude.
hit me the fuck up when someone makes Esclafone. All right, that's what I want to see.
And then I also saw someone make a character,
Yeah.
name him Spider Man,
Okay.
and make him look like Wolverine.
Oh, fuck out of here. Yeah, you know what you got to do? There used to be amalgamation comics or something like that, or where they got DC characters and Marvel characters and made them together. This was a long time ago. Look it up. You can actually buy the comic books. There's a character called Batclaw, right? So imagine they got Wolverine and they got Batman and they smashed them together and made one character. So it was Bruce Wayne, but he looked like Wolverine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, and his costume was fucking sick. Look him up, Batclaw. Fucking sick, guys. He had the Batman costume, but he had some of the Wolverine colors on it, and his adamantium claws would come out. It was the dopest thing. I mean, some of the other characters were kind of wonky because I think they made Superman and the Hulk one character, so it looked like a really buff Superman, like overly buff Superman. It was a little weird, but Batclaw, that was a jam, baby. If anybody knows, the real heads know, is what I'm saying. Batclaw,
Nah, you know what they need to do? They need to bring back Shadowhawk. That's what they need to do.
Shadowhawk.
Yeah, he was a fucking anti-hero. And funny enough, that I think Shadowhawk was like one of the first comic series that I ended up buying because it's like, when you're a kid
Yeah.
and when you're collecting Pokemon cards, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, back when you're a kid,
Right.
there was like two places you can go get them. One was generally, like a general card store or whatever, which there wasn't a lot around
Right. Back then.
and everything. And then there was comic shops, which also wasn't, very much around. But generally, you either had one or the other near you.
Oh,
Most of the
I
time, you
know
didn't
who
have
you're
both.
talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see. I see who Shadowhawk is.
Um, Next to the counter at the comic store where I used to go get my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
cards, they had like a bargain bin, like comic thing right next to the counter, and so sometimes you'll be sitting there waiting for the guy because he's either helping someone else or whatever, or he's grabbing some stuff from the back or looking for something. And so I was browsing it, and then I ended up seeing Shadowhawk in there,
Mm.
and I thought he looked badass because he was like what you were describing before with the mashup,
Yeah.
kind of like a mix between Batman and Wolverine. He looked badass, and then he had that cool like silver black armor, and he was the anti-hero type, so he wasn't like the good guy, but he also wasn't the bad guy kind of thing. He was kind of like the Punisher, where he was willing to do the dirty shit in
Yeah.
order to get things done. And so I picked that up, and then I was like, all right. So then I ended up, occasionally going back. I would see if I could find like another couple issues, on the cheap, because you're a kid, you didn't have much
Yeah.
money and everything, and these were like 25, 50-cent comic books and everything. So pick up some here and there or whatever. And it's like, I don't know exactly what the fuck happened to him
Dude, you know what
over the years.
you know what we gotta do? Let's go to Frankincense. You can you can probably buy those old comics for a couple bucks.
Probably.
That way you can
I
restart your
I don't
Shadowhawk
know.
collection.
So I don't know if I still have them somewhere, like in a box or put away or whatever, but it's like, yeah.
Dude, I started collecting comic books a little while back. I stopped, but I got the I think it was like 5 issues. It was the same issue, but it's a spread that when you put it together, it was like the X-Men and Magneto. It made a whole thing. When I was a kid, I wanted them. I wanted to say I might have had one back in, but sometimes things get lost, like you said. You don't know where it winds up. But back in the day, I had one, and I ended up buying them like a few years ago. I bought all five because it was a good cheap set. I mean, it was cheap to get all of them, and I bought them because I wanted the whole set. But yeah, man, I don't know. Did I tell you I'm thinking about picking up Elden Ring?
Yeah, you said that the last time, and you keep asking me whether you should. I'm like, well, it's a
Look,
great
it is a
point.
scary game.
Just
No, and the other reason I'm getting it, I'm telling you right now. I'm not here to play solo dolo. All right. I'm here to play multiplayer.
Well,
I want to
like
roll.
I said,
I want to roll with the homies.
you can do that, but it
Please
also opens you up to being invaded.
invade me,
So,
murder me, do whatever you need to do to me. But I just want to be able to play with the homeboys. And then I'm gonna. Now that you're talking about that, I'm gonna start watching some YouTube videos so I can figure out how to make my guy look like some anime character because that sounds fun.
and actually, since we're on the topic of Elden Ring,
Yeah.
do you know how many copies it sold since its released in less than a month?
Okay, in less than a month. It's a popular game. I don't know. I mean, what sounds like a lot? 20,000 copies?
No.
That higher?
Way.
All right. Elden Ring popular both on PS4, PS5, whatever. 100,000.
More. By
5
a
million.
lot.
Okay. A million.
More.
5 million?
More.
8?
More.
9?
More.
10?
More.
11?
One more.
12 million?
Elden Ring has officially sold more than 12 million copies globally in less than a
Jesus
month.
Christ. Yeah,
And the thing is this was also reported back on March 15th. So this was also
a couple weeks
basically
ago.
almost 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God! Right now they probably got more. Hey, listen, but you know who's gonna dethrone him? You know what's dethroning Elden Ring? Kirby, baby.
Nah.
It just didn't it just come out, or it's about to come out.
I mean, yeah, it came out, and Nintendo seems to have spent a lot of money on marketing, like with the Kirby balls in front of Target or
That's what I was
whatever.
gonna say. I want those zippers. I want to be able to like put a bunch of fluff in it and make it into like a little Kirby pillow.
And then, plus they also, like, I don't know if you heard that they had a pop up over at the Universal Studios Boulevard Walk. You
What?
know, yeah, they had a pop up over the weekend for Kirby.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sounds tight. Could you see a Kirby and take pictures with him or what?
They had like a whole thing. Universal Studios. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, in case if you want to look it up. But yeah, they had a whole pop up this weekend, for the release, and they had like some stuff you could take pictures with,
Yeah.
and some like free handouts you could get, kind of a thing. But they had just like a nice little pop up over the weekend at Universal Studios at City Walk,
That's tight.
not Boulevard Walk, but yeah. So they obviously spent quite a pretty penny on the marketing, but it's like
I don't think they're gonna get it all back.
I don't know how many people are actually, because me personally, I'm pissed off at fucking Nintendo right now
Really?
because of all the shit that they've done with like pulling Smash from Evo,
Oh yeah.
and just in general the way that they treat their fans like shit, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like, okay, I get you. They're hardcore about protecting their IPs and everything, but it's just like,
That's too much.
me personally, I feel like they go way too fucking overboard
I think so.
with all these takedowns and everything like
Especially
that.
these streamers that are basically giving them free publicity, and all these guys want to do is just play the game like every other game. I mean, PlayStation,
They want to sit there, they
Xbox,
want to
everybody.
stream,
Yeah,
they want to share their experiences with people.
Yeah.
They want to get other people involved.
exactly.
And and for some people, they're fine with just watching, but a lot of people will see, someone they know playing a game that they haven't, played before or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, that looks cool," and they're having so much fun.
I'm gonna go check
I
it out.
want to do that, so
Exactly.
then they go and buy the game. Like, personally, I admit I've done it with games or whatever. Like, I've seen like GTFO when Jacksepticeye and Markiplier played it, and back when like a ton of people were playing Inscription. I also sat there and picked that up, and so on and so forth. And, there's been plenty of games that I've picked up that I normally wouldn't have picked up if I didn't see someone else playing them beforehand.
Oh yeah, I agree. I remember playing. I started playing Among Us because I started watching streamers play it with a bunch of different streamers together, and they were all kind of like having fun. And I was like, oh man, for a quick minute, a bunch of us were playing it on PC.
Yeah.
It was fun, and the only reason I picked it up because people were like, "Oh, have you heard about Among Us?" I was like, "I don't know." So I went to go check it out on Twitch. Saw a bunch of people playing it and having a great time, laughing and all this stuff, and I was like, "You know what? I think I will give it a chance." So I
Yeah, and
completely
then
agree
the
with you.
same thing with Fall Guys or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
A
yeah, yeah,
ton of people picked up Fall Guys or whatever, and then Sony even gave it out for free 1 month
yeah,
for PS Plus and everything, and so tons of people sat there and started playing that, and they got more and more people on it,
yeah,
and so on and so forth. It's a marketing strategy. It may not pay off immediately, kind of thing.
yeah. But it does over
But
the long
it
run.
can, but it will in the long run.
Oh
And
yeah.
like a lot of shit that they've done recently, like the official strategy guide to Super Mario 64, whatever the Japanese one
Yeah.
was just recently taken down from an internet archive because of a DMCA claim from Nintendo.
Why?
Exactly. Why?
I mean, for you said Nintendo 64.
Yes, for Mario 64, the official strategy guide,
All
the
right.
Japanese one, mind you,
Yeah.
also. It was the official Japanese one, was, scanned and
Mm-hmm.
high quality,
Right.
whatever. And one of the,
But it
for
wasn't being
internet
sold though,
preservation.
right? It
No, it
wasn't.
wasn't being sold. It was just literally on an internet archive to that,
Doesn't make
that
sense.
people have put stuff on
Look,
to preserve it.
I can tell you this. Look, I could see if you own the rights to it and someone is scanning it and selling it to make money. I completely understand you coming in and being like, "Hey, you cannot be making money off of this. This is our rights, our product, our stuff." Just like I think when an artist comes up with a design, somebody else shouldn't rip them off and make T-shirts or whatever. That's their design. They came up with it. Look, I get that. Protect your shit. But like you're saying right now, if it was on an archive just to keep it up, just kind of like a library kind of thing, so people can
Kind of
come
like
back
a
to it.
museum thing, people can come
Yeah.
back, they can see it. And the
What's the
thing is
point?
like this original
Yeah.
the strategy guide is because like people aren't going to be fucking using it or whatever in order to
No.
beat the game.
No
I
people.
mean, because there's so many other different ways you can do it now. I mean, there's people that have full-on written guides on the internet. There's fucking YouTube videos that'll give you tutorials on how to do
Yeah.
this move
The
or how to do
the
this
speed run
glitch or how
guys
to
came up with
solve this
way more
boss
stuff. Yeah. A
and
strategy guide
everything
ain't
like
gonna give
that.
you, like you said, a strategy guide isn't gonna give you the glitches or the little hints or the like. Oh, if you do this, you break the game and you can jump out over here. A strategy guide doesn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the reasons why they chose that version of the strategy guide to
Take down.
preserve
Yeah.
is it because it had a lot of cool extra stuff like dioramas and some of the 3D models of like the maps and
Mm.
everything, showing like kind of like a development process
Yeah.
thing. So it gave you kind of like a cooler insight. So like, hey, this would be cool to preserve or whatever for people to come back to and look and see how people used to, do things and design things back in like 1996 or whenever the fuck it was originally came out. And fucking Nintendo DMCA'd it and took it down
That's whack.
on top of, all the shit that they just pulled with Evo and Super Smash Brothers because Sony's now running the show over for Evo.
And they don't like
And
that.
it's just like, exactly. And then on top of that, their games also don't go on sale very often. And even if they
Often,
do,
you
like,
mean ever? Like
yeah,
it's never
I
going to
mean,
sell.
honestly, they have been going on sale a little bit more,
Yeah.
but like that, it's also like maybe a $5 to $10 discount on games that are like 10 years old.
I know it's crazy. The one thing you can count on Nintendo to give you games that are worth like $60 still when they're years and years old.
So let's see, fucking when did the Breath of the Wild came out? I'm like, whew,
A while
I
ago.
know it came out a while ago, but because it came out when the Switch originally
I
launched,
think so. Hang on, let me see. I can look it up real quick.
2017.
Jesus.
So that game is 5 years old, and
And it's still like $50. I don't know, man. It's pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie.
so
it's pretty wild to.
yeah, okay. Right now, at Best Buy, you can get it for $40.99.
But that's like Best
You,
Buy. If you were to go through like the actual Nintendo,
yeah. So if you were to get it online or whatever, it would be like now. I guess you could say there's two different arguments to be made here.
Okay.
One is, oh, that just means it's that great of a game,
Is it? Is that what it
or
means?
it's keeping its value because whatever, however argument. But let me tell you the way that I see it.
Okay. Okay.
And who the fuck would want to pay this much money to try out a 5-year-old game?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Especially when it's digital. Look, I get it. If the game is out of print, it's more expensive because you want to get a physical copy. I understand that. I don't understand wanting to pay like $700 for a fucking game that is really old. You know what I'm saying? At this point, make it cheaper. Have people play it because that's why PlayStation and Xbox and other people do like the greatest hit stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like like as games get older, there's more new games coming out
Yes.
with better technology, newer systems, better graphics, so on and so forth. And not only that, you have the whole fear of missing out kind of
Yeah.
thing. So when you want to jump in, it's better to start at the beginning. So say you have a $60 brand new game
Yeah.
or a $60 5-year-old Nintendo game. Which one are you gonna go for?
The cheaper one.
They're both $60.
Oh,
So
no,
either
newer one. Sorry. I would go for the newer one.
So
I would go for the newer one. Why am I going to take my chances on a $60 old game when I don't even know what the hell is going on with it? You know? Look,
exactly.
I played. I didn't pick up Horizon, right? The first one, Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever. I didn't pick it up when it first came out. All right. I was weary because people were like, "Oh, it's a good game," and I'm like, "I bet it is," but I never played it when it originally came out.
Yeah.
Uh, they got to greatest hits. It was $20, I think. And I picked it. Oh no, it was Game of the Year edition, but it was on a Black Friday sale where there was $20. So I said, you know what? I can take my chances on losing $20 right now.
Yeah, exactly.
If this game, because the game first came out on the PS4 or whatever, I go, but it had been way down the line life of the PS4. I said I will give it a shot. I paid $20, and I was surprisingly happy that it was a great game. But it's like you said, it at the time I was like, oh, if I'm going to spend $60 or whatever, I am not buying the Horizon. That's like X amount of years old now.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not going to want to sit there and pay crazy amounts of money
To find out that it's
for
crap.
an old game at a brand new price.
Yep.
It's like you're going to have to bring the price down. I mean,
See, that's why GameStop.
You could do the whole Nintendo strategy and just not.
Well, yeah, exactly. No, but that's why GameStop ended up becoming kind of popular because games weren't getting cheaper. So people would be like, well, I'd rather buy a used game at a cheaper price to get it. That was a theory in the beginning. Obviously, we know how GameStop went. They would give you like $5 for a fucking game that they would try to sell for like $70. Yeah, sure. I'm like, that's not that cheap. But you get what I'm saying. Like the theory was, I would rather go to a used game store, buy the game used, then if I can't get it brand new at a cheaper price to give it a shot, just in case I don't like it.
Yeah.
I bought Wanted, the video game, because I wanted to bend bullets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the movie. It was great. I can't remember how much I paid for the fucking game. Probably $60. And if I tell you that I beat this game in less than 5 hours, maybe 6, is not an exaggeration. I was so fucking pissed because then the game is like, oh, we'll now start the game over with instead of being the main, like you're still the main character, right? But you can change the skins now. I was like, no, bro, this isn't it, Chief. I go, you just fucked me over $60. So I said, okay. I had beaten it in an hour, so I was like, this is stupid. I went to GameStop to try to sell it back within the same week that it launched. Not even a week, a couple, like the next day after it launched, because I beat it right away.
Yeah.
GameStop's like, look, we'll help you out. And I'm like, really? Thanks, man. They're like, yeah, we're gonna give you $20 because it's a new game. And I was like, suck my. I don't want to say those words because you know what? We are a podcast and I don't know who's listening. But I was like, you sirs are crazy. And I was like, I will not sell you this for $20. And they're like, well, you can do that or you don't. It's not. We don't care. And I go, yeah, but you guys are gonna try to sell it for 55. And they're like, you got it, chief. And I was like, this is dumb. So I left with a game and disappointment and sadness because I spent 60 fucking bucks on 6 hours of fun.
Mm-hmm.
When in turn I buy The Witcher for 60 bucks and I still haven't finished the game. You know what I mean? Like it has so much stuff that you can be there still to this day playing it. Oh, did you hear
Mm-hmm.
about that they found an Easter egg in the game now that I'm talking about that? Where that there's a character that you save from a curse, right?
For 7 years or whatever, and then 7 years later they actually die.
Yeah, you find their dead body. You see? That, sir, is a $60 game that keeps on giving. That if you waited 7 years, the character is dead when you come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me what game gives you that kind of longevity.
There was actually an indie game. I forget where it is. It was forget what it's called. I'll have to look it up. But there was one where you get an achievement for not playing it for a year or
Ama-
10 years, something like that.
Amazing.
Now I have to find it. So you're gonna have to talk about.
Yeah, sure. But that's those are the things that I agree with you. Like it makes things like way too hard. And then here's my other gripe. I get it that people are collecting video games and leaving them in boxes and then trying to sell them for like 10 grand right now because everybody's doing that kind of shit. You know, Pokemon cards are doing it. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are doing it. I don't know how I feel about it. I like to play my video games. I like to collect them and have them in a box, but I like to be able to pull them out and play them. I still own some of the consoles that I used to have those games on, and they still
Mhm.
work for the most part. So I like to be the kind of guy that goes back and plays them. I mean, I have a Nintendo that I can still go back and play if I wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I this whole
Oh, and not to mention, not yeah, actually going back to the whole Nintendo thing about them completely wiping like the 3DS store and the Wii store and the Wii U shop or whatever that had games that now you can't get anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which, as a business thing, I don't fucking get. Like, why would you just completely delete something that people want and would pay you money for?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. None of it makes sense
or-
sometimes.
yeah, exactly. So that I mean, occasionally, fucking, I'll get something that is only on Switch, like for
Yeah,
example, Fire Emblem, which I have to because it's a fucking Nintendo IP and they're not going to put it on anything
yeah,
else. And then, of course, Pokemon you have to get on Nintendo
right.
because they're not going to put that on anything else. But it's like Metroid, I don't care.
Zelda
Mario,
was
I
Breath of
don't
the Wild
care.
was great, dude.
Nah, Breath of the Wild sucked. It was a terrible Zelda game. It was a good game in its own right, but it
Right.
was a fucking terrible Zelda game.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I mean, well, yeah, as an open world game to go do stuff, I kind of enjoyed it. But I see what you're
I
saying
mean,
now.
it was just like another Assassin's Creed, just with a different art style
Damn.
and
Hit him
a
with the truth.
weapon durability system that fucking sucked because it made you not want to use your cool shit.
That is true. I 100% agree with that. That one pissed me off.
So, I mean, it had some good, it had a lot of bad.
Well, and then you
It
got
was a
that. What
cool
is it?
Zelda game.
You got what are they? Xenoblade Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
another.
that's
That's
another Nintendo only thing.
I
So,
know, and I'm gonna play them. I'm not gonna lie. I do find myself buying less Nintendo games, and I do find myself buying more like PlayStation games.
well, yeah, because like, well, if you're gonna sit there and try something, you're not gonna want to go
Yeah,
full hog and pay like a full $60-$70
yeah,
on a brand new game
yeah.
Or even on an old game, you'll want to try something out for cheaper, and that's how you get people in. You give them like a cheaper cover charge. Like companies do this all the time. Like especially like subscription services. Like for new people, it's like, oh hey, join up now, and you get like your first 3 months for only $5 a month, and then after that, it'll be like $20 a month,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
once we get you hooked and you like it, then you're gonna want to keep paying it. I get it.
Exactly.
I get it. I know.
But
It's one of
Nintendo's
those.
just like, nope, $60
I know.
all the time.
It's one of those damn things. I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I get it. The company can do what they want, but it doesn't mean that we're gonna like it. And like you said
Or
before,
and the fact that we're gonna keep fucking sitting there supporting it
that's what I'm
by
saying.
buying their shit.
That's what I was gonna
So
say. You know, it's one of those things that you just don't buy some other stuff and just show them. You know, hey, vote with your wallet, and people change. That's always how it
in
works.
which they've done because like when they're having trouble like when they originally released the Wii U or whatever,
Oh yeah,
and before the Switch got super popular or whatever, they were great to their fans. They were going around, trying to get people to, play their
yeah,
games on YouTube and coming up with partner
yeah.
programs and stuff like that.
And then
And
as soon
now
as they don't
it's
need you, they're like,
not,
goodbye.
they don't need you. They're just like, yeah, now they're just going full on. All right, fuck you. You're doing something with the RP. No, stop right now.
Kick you to the curb. Leave us alone. We're Nintendo. We're the powerhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So it's just like,
it's terrible. Hey, you got any other news, Kendall?
nope.
Yeah,
That pretty much covers everything on my end.
same thing here. I'm pretty much tapped out, and we've hit about our hour ish. So I think you guys, we're gonna call it quits for this week. Kendall did stream. I wanna say congratulations on another beautiful stream. I really liked it. You guys should go check him out. Kendall, tell everybody where they can find you, where they can see your stuff.
Well, if you want to follow me on Twitch to get notifications, you can go ahead and go to twitch.tv/Esper6476, which is where I stream. Normally I stream on the weekends, but I'm going to try to do smaller, shorter streams during the week before work, like say from like 5 to 7:30, like couple,
Couple
just
hours.
chill,
That's
hang
tight.
out, play some quick games or whatever, and see how that ends up going.
That's tight.
Um, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it is at Esper56 on Instagram. So 56 for Instagram, 6476 for Twitch.
Yes, sir.
And that's the two spots you can find me at for streaming information.
Yes, yes, yes. And if you need those, we always link them down on our stuff. Come check out this podcast on any of the podcast places that you guys want to listen to. You know, your Spotify's, your stuff. But you can also come and watch us if you want to see our pretty faces. We're on YouTube. Put these podcasts on YouTube's. Look up Los Muchachos Media or look up the podcast N Chipz, and you will find us. And you can see our lovely faces there, so you can see what we look like if you're wondering. You can also hit us up at losmuchachosmedia@gmail.com. Um, we've got a Twitter and all that stuff. We've got it all linked down on the bottom. You guys can easily find it. Uh, uh, I'll have my Instagram there and all that stuff if you guys want to come and see us. But yeah, give Kendall a follow. Give us a follow. Give us some likes and stuff. And we really appreciate you guys listening to us and being here with us every time we post. Like we always say, we're going to try to keep going every week as long as we don't have work-related stuff, because that comes first. Because this doesn't pay us. And we do this for fun. And if it did pay us, then we would do this for more serious. But it is what it is. So till next time, I've been Fred.
And I'm Kendall.
And we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Take it easy.